Hello students, welcome to my class. Today we are going to discuss few questions related to NEET exam. Clear? Because we have studied the large amount of theory, lots of theory, but how to implement those theories in questions, that's the main thing. So let's practice how to use the theories. Let's move friend. This is the question number 1. Look at what the question. Consider the following liquid vapor equilibrium. What is equilibrium? That is, we are can move from liquid state to vapor state or vapor state to liquid state. That is both side, and at the situation when the reaction comes in the equilibrium condition. That is, which of the following relation is correct? Observe this question, this all option. This is Clausius-Clapeyron equation, and now find out what is the actual Clausius-Clapeyron equation. We people know that is d, wait for a moment, ln P upon dt, clear to you, is equal to minus delta HV upon RT square. For such equation, if anyone asks you what is the correct relation, that is Clausius-Clapeyron equation, as I have discussed this during my theory lecture. So now find out which one is the correct option. That is d ln P upon dt is equal to minus delta HB upon RT square. So this is the option number C is correct. Now wait for a moment friend. Let's move to the next question. This is completely theory based question and you can easily solve such kind of questions. Now next one, look at, for a sample of perfect gas, when its pressure is changed isothermally from Pi to Pf. One more thing I am going to mention here friend, that is, if there is an isothermal process, then we people know that is T is always constant. Clear? If T is constant, that means to say T initial equal to T final. Clear? Now the entropy change is given by. Now the question arises, what is the formula of entropy? Do you remember this? As we know, delta S is equal to NCP ln T final upon T initial, remember, plus NR ln V final upon V initial. Clear to you? Or it can be written like this, delta S is equal to NCP ln T final upon T initial plus NR ln P initial upon P final. Clear to you? This is the formula related to entropy change. Now the question arises, if the process is isothermal, that is T final is equal to T initial. Clear? If T final is equal to T initial, then this will cancel each other. Then that will the value of 1, and we all know ln 1, or it can be written like this, 2.303 log 10 1 is equal to 0. Log 1 is equal to 0. So this value will be equal to 0. 0 multiply NCP will be equal to 0. So we can remove this term. If we remove this term, then what we get here, that is delta S is equal to NR ln Pi upon Pf, initial pressure upon final pressure. Now check out which option is correct. Delta S equal to NR ln P final upon P initial. Not this one is not a correct option. Now here delta is equal to NR ln P initial upon P final. Yes, this one is the correct option. Clear? So for this question, B option is the correct option. This is completely theory based question. In NEET examination, generally questions come from theory. No need to calculate the question, just follow the simple trick and trend, then you can easily solve such kind of questions. Clear friend? Now let's move to the next question. Look at the question. For a given exothermic reaction, Kp and K dash P, for exothermic reaction, first of all we all know delta H is equal to negative, delta H will be negative, this is clear to you. Now for a given exothermic reaction, Kp and K dash P are the equilibrium constant at temperature T1 and T2. Clear? Kp at temperature T1. This is written like this: Kp at T1 and K dash P at T2. Clear to you? Now, assuming that heat of reaction is constant in temperature range between T1 and T2, then what is the relation Kp and K dash P? Clear to you? Look at what I am telling. Do you remember? I have discussed ln K2 upon K1 is equal to delta H upon 2.303 R. Clear? Then T2 minus T1 upon T1 upon T2. Now format will be changed here because we have to write here log K2. Wait for a moment. Log K2 upon K1 is equal to delta H upon 2.303 R T2 minus T1 upon T1 into T2. Here the question T2 at temperature T2, that is K dash P. So remove like this, write like this: K dash P upon Kp. Clear to you? Is equal to delta H upon 2.303 R T2 upon T1 into T2. This is the expression. As we know, the delta H is negative. If delta H is negative, then definitely what will happen? T2 is greater than T1. Clear? If T2 is greater than T1, then ultimately what will happen? Kp greater than K dash P. Clear to you? Because delta H is negative here, that is Kp is greater than K dash P. As we people know, in case of exothermic pressure, in case of exothermic process, delta H is negative, and if rise in temperature, then that is not a favorable situation. So the order in this case is A, that is Kp is greater than K dash P. Clear to you? Now I am going to rub this part and we'll discuss the next question. Wait for a moment. Now the next question is question number 4. A reaction having equal energies of activation for forward and reverse reaction. Okay. What to do? Look at. If this is the graph, clear? This is the energy graph and the reaction progress. Clear to you? This is the EB, energy of activation for backward reaction, and this is the EA. Clear to you? This is the layer, and plus here delta H. Clear to you? What is the total reaction in this case? That is EB, energy of activation for backward reaction, is equal to EA plus delta H. Clear to you? EB is equal to EA plus delta H. That is the energy of activation for backward or reverse reaction, or the energy of activation for forward reaction. Then what will happen? Check it out in this case. What is the order range? That is EB, the total, is equal to EA plus delta H. Now that is EB is equal to EA plus delta H, and as we all know, energy of activation for forward reaction and backward reaction is equal. If forward and backward reaction is equal, then they will cancel each other. If they will cancel each other, what will happen with delta H? So delta H will be equal to 0. Now tell me which option is correct. Sir, C option is correct. Clear to you? One more thing I am going to mention here, that is, if you do not know how to draw the graph, this is the simple graph. Clear to you? if you do not know, this is the delta H, this is a simple graph, and if you do not know to draw the graph, that doesn't matter, just remember the formula. Energy of activation of backward reaction or reverse reaction is equal to energy of activation of forward reaction plus delta H. This is the relation in general term. Clear to you? It can be written like this: EB is equal to EA plus delta H. Okay. So do not take lots of pressure, just use the formula. Now look at here in the question, EB is equal to EA, that is cancel each other. So what is the output here? So the output is delta H is equal to 0. So simple. Now the option is C option. Clear? Now let's move to the next question. Now the next question is, check it out, wait for a moment. The enthalpy of fusion of water, that is what is given here, delta H is equal to 1.435, clear, kilocalorie per mole. Now the molar entropy change, that is we have to find out the value of delta S for the melting of ice, that is T here is given 0 degree, and convert it into Kelvin. This is the standard unit. T is equal to 273 Kelvin. What we have to find, look at friend, we have to find delta S. As we people know, delta S is equal to delta H upon T. Clear? Now here the formula is delta H fusion upon melting point. Now delta H fusion is equal to 1.435 kilocalorie, convert into calorie, upon melting, that is 273. Now if you solve this expression, what will happen? The value will come around 5.260. Clear? So this is the answer, 5.260. Check it out for this question, that is C is the correct answer, 5.260 calorie per mole per Kelvin. Now friend, I am going to rub this part. Now let's move to the next one, question number 6. Now what the question say? Consider the following reaction. Okay, check out the reaction. H plus and OH minus gives H2O. Okay, H2. Okay, now consider the following reaction, and according to the reaction, the question is missing here. According to this reaction, you have to find what is the heat of formation of water. Question saying what is the heat of formation, wait for a moment, what is the heat of formation of water? As we know, what is heat of formation? Any substance which forms by its constituents, atoms or element is known as heat of formation. That is the heat evolved or absorbed during the formation of any molecule from its constituents, atom or element is known as the heat of formation. Clear? Now if we know, if I talk about the water H2O, the constituents element is H2 and O2. Clear to you? Water forms from hydrogen and oxygen. Now how to write the expression? The expression can be written like this: H2 plus half O2 is equal to H2, it gives H2O. This is the expression, and during the reaction there is maybe the energy evolve or absorb. Clear to you? And this delta H is equal to heat of formation. Now find out where is this expression. Now in option 1 there is simple, that is the dissociation, ionization of H2O. But look at the second option, H2 plus half O2. This is the actual expression. So in this case, what is the value of delta H? Delta H is equal to minus x2 kilojoule per mole. So what is the heat of formation of water in this case? In this case, B is the correct option. Clear to you? Again, I am repeating, the heat evolved or absorbed during the formation of any compound, any molecule from its constituents atom is known as heat of formation. Water comes from hydrogen and oxygen. When hydrogen and oxygen combines, they form water. So the delta H here, this is the complete representation of heat of formation. This is not, this is not. Clear? This is here all the byproduct, but this is the actual formation. So heat of formation is minus x2 kilojoule per mole. Clear, friend? Now I am going to rub this part and we'll discuss the next one. Wait for a moment, give me few seconds. Now, what is question number 7? What is given? PbO2 gives PbO. Here delta H, first case delta is negative and second case delta is positive. As we know, if delta H is negative according to the theory, then we know if delta H is negative, then definitely the reaction is feasible, that is the reaction is spontaneous. This is the situation here. Delta H in first case is negative, less than 0, that is negative. Then, and the reaction is here PbO2 gives PbO, that is in this case we can say the reaction is feasible, and here the Pb is in +4 oxidation state and here Pb +2. So definitely if delta H is negative, then definitely +4 oxidation state will be changed to +2 oxidation because the reaction is favorable. But if I talk about the second reaction, here delta G is positive. If delta G is positive, then the forward reaction is not feasible, backward reaction is feasible. So we cannot say we can convert +4 to +2 because here delta G is negative, so the reaction is non-spontaneous in nature. So in this case, if delta G is greater than 0 for any reaction, then the reverse reaction is not possible, as I discussed during my lecture session, during my theory lecture. So the reaction will move towards backward direction. In this case, +2 will be converted to +4. Now most probable oxidation state of Pb, here +4 to +2, definitely delta 0. So Pb will most probable oxidation state will be Pb2 plus, either C and D. Now check for Sn. We are not moving from forward to backward, we are moving from backward to forward, that is +2 convert to +4. So +4 is the probable oxidation state. So in this case Pb2 plus and Sn2 plus, C is not correct. Now D option, Pb2 plus and Sn4 plus. So this one is the correct option. So among A, B, C, D, D is the correct option. Clear, friend? This is completely theory based question. You can easily solve such kind of questions. Wait for a moment, give me few seconds. Now this one, from the heat of form, this is calculative type question. What the question say? Heat of formation of SO2. As we know, the expression is like this: S plus half O2, which gives you SO2. Am I right or wrong? No need to write O2. This is the expression. We have to reach this expression, and in this case we have to find the value of delta H. Clear? Now how to reach the this expression, how to achieve this expression by using this these two expression. Look at, if I take this equation 1, if I take this equation 2, then what will happen? If we subtract equation 2 minus equation 1, then what will happen? Check it out, friend. In this case we can write like this: SO2 plus half O2, clear to you, minus S and minus 3 by 2 O2, clear? It gives you SO3 minus SO3, clear to you? Now, and in form of delta H will be equal to here, that is 2 minus 1, y minus 2x, clear, friend? Now check it out, what will happen? This SO3 and this SO3 will cancel each other, and SO2, clear to you, and what will happen, SO2, here is SO3, 3 by 2 O2, SO3 will cancel each other, SO2. Then SO2 plus half O2, that is minus O2, 3 by 2 O2, that is we can write here 2 here and 1 minus 3, that is minus 2 by 2 is equal to minus S. Clear? Put here minus S equal to 0. Now what will happen? Put here plus sign, SO2 minus O2 minus S is equal to 0. Here comes minus sign. So I think this expression is not correct. If I take this type, then it will be better for you. Look at what I am telling. We have to approach here. So better to write like this, equation 1 minus equation 2. Let's check it. What happened in this case? That is S plus 3 by 2 O2. Clear? Minus SO2 minus 1 by 2 O2, which gives you SO3 and minus SO3. Clear to you? Equation, now this will cancel, LHS will add each other and RHS will. Now 3 by 2 minus 1 by 2, that is what will happen? 3 by 2 minus 1 by 2 O2 and minus SO2. Clear to you? Is equal to 0. Now what will happen? S plus 3 minus 1 by 2 O2 is equal to SO2, and 2 by 2, S 2 by 2 is equal to 1, so S plus O2 is equal to SO2. This is the expression here. Look at, now we have reached the final goal. S plus O2 is equal to SO2. During this reaction, what happened? The expression is equation 1 minus equation 2. So what to do? What will the value of delta H? So delta H will be equal to, equation 1 has energy Y, equation 1 and energy 2x, and equation 2 has energy Y. Equation 1 minus equation 2. So delta H is equal to 2x minus y. Check it out. Which one is the correct option? So 2x minus y. This is the fourth option is the correct option. Clear, friend? Now I'm going to rub this part and we'll discuss the next one. Wait for a moment. Now this is the question. C plus O2 which gives CO2. Enthalpy of formation of carbon monoxide. Clear to you? Now what will happen? Carbon monoxide, that is the expression is like this. 1 C plus 1 by 2 O2, that is CO. We have to find the value of delta H. We have to reach here. Then what to do? Here is it takes as a equation 1 and take as equation 2. Now what will happen? If I subtract equation 2 minus equation 1, or if I write equation 1 minus equation 2, let's check it out. Equation 1 minus 1 by 2 equation 2. What is equation 1? That is C plus O2 minus, what is equation 2? 2CO divided by 2. Then there comes plus 1 by 2 O2. Clear to you? Now here in right hand side, what is CO2 minus 2CO2 divided by 2. Clear to you? Now this will cancel this one and this will cancel this one. Now what will happen? Check it out. C plus O2 minus CO minus half O2 is equal to 0 here. Now moving here, what will happen? Check it out. That is C minus half plus half O2 which gives CO. This is the expression. Now we have reached the expression, that is C plus half O2 which gives CO. So how did we reach this equation? Equation 1 minus half equation 2. So delta H for equation 1 the energy is minus x minus 1 by 2. For equation 2 the energy is minus y. Put here. Now delta H is equal to minus x plus y by 2. Clear? Or delta H is equal to minus 2x plus y by 2. And the next stage is delta X is equal to delta H is equal to y minus 2x by 2. Y minus 2x by 2. What is the expression? y minus 2x by 2. So this is the correct option. Clear to you? Now I'm going to rub this part and we'll discuss the next question. Wait for a moment. Give me few seconds. You can easily solve such kind of questions. Now, this is the question number 10. According to the third law of thermodynamics, which of the following quantities for a perfectly crystalline solid is zero at absolute zero? Free energy, entropy, enthalpy and internal energy. As we all know, entropy is the degree of measure of randomness. Clear? If the temperature increases, we people know that randomness increases, then entropy increases. But if the temperature decreases, then randomness decreases and the entropy also decreases. Remember this, if I talk about solid, the particles are very close to each other. If I increase the temperature, then it converts to liquid. If again I increase the temperature, then it converts to gas or vapor. In gas there is maximum randomness, in solid there is less randomness. Clear? If temperature increases, randomness increases, that is entropy increases. But if we reduce the temperature, then gas will be converted to liquid and liquid will be converted to solid. So the randomness decreases. If you again decrease the temperature, the entropy will also very decay. So at absolute zero, what will happen? That entropy will be zero, because that is the very less temperature, that is absolute zero temperature. So in this temperature what will happen? The entropy will be zero. Clear to you? I think now you can easily solve such kind of question, because these are completely theory based question. If you have solid command on theory, then you can easily solve the questions. One more option I am going to give you. If you have any doubt related to any question, then you can directly approach to me. I am always here to serve you, to help you. This is not the end. This is just a practice question. You have many more questions to solve. I have provided you an ebook also. Then what to do? What to prepare yourself for NEET examination is very simple. Take the previous year questions, take the questions from different booklets, different books and solve it. Then solve it within a certain time interval. If you solve such question within a certain time interval, then it will help you a lot, because some questions, most of questions are completely theory based. It will require hardly 15 to 20 seconds to solve. But if you have solid command on theory, then and then only you can solve such kind of questions. Clear to you, friend? So this is the last question of today's lecture. We will meet you again with a new topic. Thank you so much.